Michael Eugene Archer D'Angelo to the world was one of those rare souls who didn't just sing songs, he wrapped you in them like a warm blanket on a cold night. His voice, that smooth, smoky thing that could shift from a whisper to a wail in a heartbeat, carried the weight of old gospel choirs and the edge of hip-hop streets. On October 14, 2025, at just 51, D'Angelo lost his fight with pancreatic cancer, slipping away quietly after years of pouring his heart into music. That still feels alive. His family shared the news simply. He was surrounded by love, the kind that made his life what it was. No big fanfare, just the truth from the people who knew him best. It's the kind of ending that doesn't feel right for a man whose records could light up a room, but it's a reminder of how fragile even the strongest voices can be. As the tributes roll in from Questlove calling him my brother, my blueprint to SZA saying his music taught me to feel everything, let's take a walk through D'Angelo's world. The kid from Richmond who turned soul inside out built neo-soul from the ground up and left us wondering what could have been next. Picture a young Michael in the humid summers of Richmond, Virginia, born February 11, 1974, to a Pentecostal preacher dad and a mom who sang her heart out in the church choir. Church was everything back then those Sunday mornings, where the piano keys would hum under little Michael's fingers starting at age 3. He'd bang out gospel tunes, his voice already carrying that old soul depth like he was pulling notes. From somewhere ancient, his family was tight-knit, full of music and faith, with uncles spinning jazz records by Miles Davis and his mom introducing him to Marvin Gaye's Heartache. But life wasn't all harmonies. Richmond had its rough edges, and D'Angelo grew up feeling the pull between the sacred and the street. By his teens, he was fronting local bands, covering Al Green and Sly Stone, twisting those classics with a hip-hop beat he picked up from the radio. It was like he was mixing church hymns with the funk of the corner block, creating something new before he even knew what to call it at 18. D'Angelo grabbed his guitar and headed to New York, crashing on couches and chasing gigs in a city that could chew you up. He linked up with producer Kador Massenberg, who saw the spark and signed him fast. His first big break came in 1994 with You Will Know, a track he co-wrote and sang for Black Men, united a supergroup of R&B heavyweights raising money for AIDS awareness. That song, with its pleading chorus and layered vocals, hit No. 5 on the R&B charts and put D'Angelo on the map as a writer who could make you feel seen. Critics noticed right away. Here was a kid blending 70s soul with 90s edge. No frills, just pure feeling. It led straight to his debut album, Brown Sugar. Dropped in 1995, recorded in Late Night Haze with beats from Questlove and scratches from J Dilla. It was a love letter to black love and self-doubt tracks like Lady and the title cut Brown Sugar climbed the charts. The album hanging on the Billboard 200 for 65 weeks and going platinum. D'Angelo didn't just sing, he layered his voice like paint, falsettos floating over bass that hit you in the chest. Brown Sugar kicked off neo-soul, that warm, rootsy sound mixing Prince's funk with Marvin Gaye's heartened artists, like Erykah Badu and Maxwell. Owe him big for showing how to keep it real without selling out. But D'Angelo wasn't in it for the spotlight. He was chasing truth, and that search took him deep. After Brown Sugar blew up, he holed up in the studio for 5 years, emerging in 2000 with Voodoo. This wasn't a follow-up, it was a revolution. Teamed with the Soulquarians' Crew Quest, Love on drums, J Dilla on beats, Q-Tip on Vibes, it was 14 tracks of raw exploration, love tangled with politics and pain. The single untitled How Does It Feel was magic. That one-take video of D'Angelo, shirtless and sweating, his body moving like the music itself, topped the R&B charts and snagged a Grammy. But Voodoo's soul was in the details. Devil's Pie sampling a Black Panther speech over funky horns. The line questioning fame's cost. It debuted at No. 1 won Best R&B Album, and Rolling Stone still calls it a masterpiece. Neo-soul exploded because of Voodoo. Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, they all built on D'Angelo's blueprint of jazz samples, live bands, and lyrics that cut deep. Life away from the mic was tougher. D'Angelo kept family close but out of the headlines. He shared a son, Michael Jr., who goes by Suavo Twain, with singer Angie Stone, who sadly passed earlier this year at 63. He has 2 other kids, Imani and Morocco Archer, and raised them. With a quiet focus on music and roots, fame messed with him, though the untitled video turned him into a sex symbol, but it fed doubts. He battled addiction weed. Coconned the weight of topping voodoo led to cancelled tours and ghosted interviews. A 2005 car crash and drug bust made the papers, showing a man wrestling demons. "I lost myself for a bit," he admitted in a 2014 chat, but music pulled him back. In 2014, Black Messiah dropped unannounced, sparked by Ferguson protests, sampling Fred Hampton with tracks like Really Love and 1000 Deaths. It was a call to wake up funky, urgent, alive. It hit no one on the R&B chart, won another Grammy, and proved D'Angelo's fire burned on his reach, goes everywhere. Frank Ocean sampled Untitled on Blonde. Anderson, Pac calls him dad to the genre. HER says his vulnerability changed her writing. The Selquarians' Questlove, J Dilla, Gone Too Soon. Common redefined R&B because of him. For Grammys, Rock Hall nods, Rolling Stones. No 75 greatest singerates, all earned. But it's the feel, that groove you can't shake, that sticks. When the news hit, it landed hard. Questlove posted a faded photo. "My brother, the blueprint. Your sound was everything. Rest, king." Doja Cat said D'Angelo's voice was medicine. "He made me believe in magic." Missy Elliott wrote, "A true soul voice gone too soon, but in every playlist forever." DJ Premier, "Remembered studio nights, we had the best times. Miss you D-piece." Tyler, the Creator, shared a pic with Rip to the Blueprint. Jill Scott added, "Never met him, but loved him. His gift was the world." Nile Rodgers recalled early demos. "This kid walked in, and I knew Venus." Fans are blasting Brown Sugar deep cuts, sharing how voodoo soundtracked first heartbreaks or road trips. Angie Stone's death this year doubles the pain. Their son Suevo now holds that torch. D'Angelo leaves 3 kids and a family, asking us to celebrate his extraordinarily moving music. No funeral details yet. His private side suggests something small, maybe with family playing his tracks. But look for tributes. A Roots picnic set, Versus special, or fan playlists honoring the pioneer. D'Angelo wasn't loud or showy, he was deep, like a bass note you feel in your gut. He took gospel's warmth, hip-hop's bite, and soul's spirit, making something new. At 51, he left too soon, but his sound, it's forever. Crank up Brown Sugar, let that groove hit, and thank the man who showed music can mend what words can't. Rest easy, McCall, your voice still calls, U.S. home. Asterisk, thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.